On August 10th, 2011, this is Polling You number 72. Greeting, Bridge friends. It's Michael here at Bridge Hands, and welcome back to Day 3, our concluding segment of our episode on Incredible Defenders, Passive Leads, Part 3B. Okay, let's do a quick review of hand number 4, and then go off to 3 more hands, a variation of hand number 4, and finally, 2 more hands. Let's jump right in. Reviewing hand number 4, South opened 1 heart. We in West, with opening values ourselves and shortness in hearts without a 5-card suit, made a takeout double. North responded 2 hearts. South rebid 2 no-trumps. 2 no-trump generally shows 6 losers, does not need help on a specific suit, is just looking for general help from North. North did have extra values and bid 4 hearts. The auction passed out. Now we have opening values. They have about 25 points or so we shouldn't expect too much from our partner. Also notice that we have some problems in the minor suits. We have some tennises here, and we don't want to lead those suits. Sooner or later, we might be forced to get in the lead. So we're going to make passive leads whenever possible. We led the 3 of hearts. On hand 4B, South is a dealer. Once again opens 1 heart. We in the West have, where did our points go this time? Looks more like East's hand, doesn't it? Well, let's see what we've got here. We have a 6-4-2-1. In spades, 10-9-8, 6 times. In clubs, 9-8 and 2 small. 2 small in hearts, and a singleton diamond. With only 1 honor, the 10 of hearts. No high card points. So, what do we want to do here? Bid 1 spade, 2 spade, or pass? Well, actually passing would be best. If we were to bid 2 spades and the opponents ended up in 3 no-trump, perhaps in the North, our partner would have no problems leading away from King Doubleton of spades and could give away some extra tricks. We do not have the makings of a hand to bid 2 spades here. We don't want to preempt without any honors, and we could go down a lot of tricks potentially. So we'll pass. To North, North bids 3 hearts, invitation to game. South bids 4 hearts, and it's our lead over in West. What do you want to lead here? You might be thinking about the 10 of spades, a passive lead, but in this case, we have a better plan. Now, how many points do we think our partner has in this situation? North made an invitational bid. South accepts. Let's say that they have about game values. Well, we'd want to go ahead and make a lead of our diamond, an aggressive lead. We're hoping that our partner might have an ace in the diamond suit. So in this situation, with our partner having perhaps 11 to 15 points, we're hoping that our partner has some primary honors, specifically in the diamond suit. So the idea here is that if we can get a ruff, then we can go back to our partner perhaps again, and maybe even get a second ruff in the heart suit. So we're going to use an entirely different strategy with somewhat similar bidding, and as we'll see, with the same hands essentially for North and South, with the East and West hands more or less reversed. On hand number 5, we in the West are the dealer, and we have a 5-4-3-1 shape. In clubs, King Jack 10, 5 times. That's 4 high and 1 distribution point for 3 honors, 5 points. In diamonds, King Jack 9, 4 times. Reasonably good suit there, a little bit moth-eaten, but still nice honors and accompanying values. There's another 4, it gets us to 9. In hearts, more holes, but more honors. Ace, Queen 10, 3 times. Another 6 is 15. And a singleton 9 of spades. We'll open 1 club. Over to North. North will pass. Our partner in the East also passes. And South bids 2 no-trip. Now, what in the world does that bid mean? Well, this would be 19 to 21 points. This is not some sort of unusual no-trump showing the red suits, but it's saying I have 19 to 21 points. I have enough to get us to 2 no-trump. And partner, what do you think? We pass. Over in the North, now it's a 3 heart bid. What is this? Is this natural? Or is this in response to a no-trump showing a transfer? South takes it as a transfer and bids 3 spades. North bids 4 spades. Apparently they do have an agreement that they're transfer, and hopefully on the 3 heart bid, South did alert, showing that it was a transfer situation. And so the auction passes out with 4 spades in the South. We over in the West have the opening lead. What do we want to lead here from all these open tennis situations? Well, a good lead would be the Jack of clubs. That would be probably the least of evil. We're leading the top of an inner sequence. Is this an active lead or a passive lead? Right. Sequence lead, it's a passive lead. We don't want to make any more leads than we have to, do we? We want the opponents to get in the lead, and with this 20 points or so that's in the south hand, we want to win as many finesses as we can. Why not lead a singleton spade? Well, our partner could have Jack fourth or Queen third. Leading a singleton trump is bad form unless you know that they have about 10 or so tricks in that suit. Now, a couple exceptions when you could lead a singleton trump. One is that when you make a takeout double and your partner leaves it in, meaning they have a lot of spades or whatever the trump suit is. A second situation is where they're sacrificing, perhaps you double, and you know your side has the balance of power and you're reducing their ruffing value. But there's very few situations where we want to lead a singleton trump. So the jack of clubs is our lead. Our partner, we're not expecting much. If they're going to game, I don't think our partner has 5 points. It's probably just a couple. So in this situation, we want to try our inner sequence safe lead. We want to do a capitalization on these tennises behind the power of the right-hand opponent in the south hand. On hand 5B, let's move over to the east seat. Our partner in the west is the dealer and is opening 1 club. North is going to make a weak jump over call, a preempt to 2 spades. We in the east hand have a 5-4-3-1 with very few points. In spades, queen 3 times, hearts, 9-8-7-6, in diamonds, 8-7-5-4-3, and in clubs a singleton 8. We'll pass. To south, south jumps to 4 spades. Everybody passes, and it's our lead over in the east. We're leading to the north hand. The north hand will be declare, and south will be the dummy. What do we want to lead here? Well, we want to make an active lead, an aggressive lead, and we're going to lead the 8 of clubs. We're hoping for a ruff. Now, the situation is our partner will have an opening hand, could be 11, but likely 12 to 15 points. We only have 2, and we're trying to hit our partner's strength. Now, just because they bid a club suit, it doesn't mean they have to only have 3 cards, and it's likely they're going to have some honors in that suit as much as any, so we might as well lead that suit. We know that our partner doesn't have much in spades, right? Because they've had a 4-spade bid between north and south. We're not sure if the south hand is weak or strong. If they were weak, then our partner must have a gazillion points because we only have 2. So in this situation, we think that probably they have a fairly good hand in the south, and we know it's a weak hand in the north to make the weak jump over call. So we're hoping for a ruff. Now, yes, you might think that we don't need to have a ruff because our queen third might be natural, but it may not. We may be finessed out of this queen. We're not sure. So normally we don't like to just necessarily lead away from a singleton if we have honors that we know we're going to take. So if it was something like a king, queen, jack of spades, well, those would be all natural tricks. It wouldn't make any sense necessarily go for a ruff. We instead would want to help our partner. But in this situation, we might get some extra benefit by getting a ruff where we might not otherwise get the queen. We'll look at that in the play of the hand. And on that note, let's head for the tables. On hand 4B, for north and south, it's going to be the same hands. East-west, we've pretty much reversed them, although we've changed the shape just a little bit. So in south, you recall it was a king-jack, in 3 suits. 3 times 4 is 12. Some accompanying tens is worth a little bit more. And the ace-jack 10 5 times in hearts feels like about 18 points. We open it 1 heart. Over in the west hand, it was a 6-4-2-1, but in the spades, it was only 10-9-8 6 times. Clubs 9-8. Too small, doubleton heart and a singleton diamond, not enough high card points to interfere, a pass. Over into the north hand, this time then, we count the 4-4-3-2 and hearts, king, queen, 9-8 4 times, very nice, 5 points. In clubs, king 4 times, another 4 makes 9, 9-8-7 in diamonds, and too small in clubs. Well, we have how many cover cards? We have 1 for the ace of clubs. We have 2 for the king, queen of hearts, and trump when we count cover card theory, which is the reciprocal or the complement for losing trick count. We do count the queen of trump, and we do have a 4th trump with a doubleton in the side suit. So we have 3 cover cards and another half here for the 4th trump with a doubleton. So we almost want to go to game. Not quite. We're going to go ahead and bid 3 hearts invitational. Now then, over by the east hand. East has the 14-point hand. This time the shape's a little bit different than what we had in the west hand before. It's a 6-3-2-2 hand. In diamonds, ace-queen 6 times. In spades, ace-queen 3 times. In clubs, queen doubleton, not quite worth 2 points. And in hearts, too small. So it feels like it's worth about 15 points, but after 1 heart, 3 hearts, we're not going to come in at 4 diamonds. We'll pass. The South? Well, South, you'd have a lot of extras. Certainly with the invitational hand, you're going to accept. You wonder about bidding slam, but your partner shouldn't really have that many controls. Although if your partner had 3 aces, you would wonder, wouldn't you? At any rate, you'll bid 4 hearts to play. The opening lead this time will be by the West hand. West, you don't have all these busy cards this time. Active or passive lead? Well, this would be the time to make an active lead with that 6 of diamonds because you know your partner must have a lot of points. It was 1 heart, 3 hearts, 4 hearts. They're not looking at slam. You have no high card points, so you're going to go ahead and lead the singleton. Hopefully you can get some roughs. You would like to turn this basically 0-point hand into getting a couple tricks if you can get a couple roughs. So you'll lead the 6 of diamonds. We see a 9-8-7 in the north hand. Our partner dutifully goes up with the ace and wonders, is this a 4th best lead? Well, if it was, then there would be 5 outstanding. We see 3 in the north. We have 2 is 5, and there's 1 in the south, that's 6. So no, this is not going to be the 4th best lead. Could be a top of a doubleton sequence, but when our partner makes this type of a lead, and we have 6, we're inclined to come back in the suit. Certainly we don't have a better option looking at the dummy either, so we're going to go ahead and come back with another diamond. Does it matter which one? Yes, it does. We're going to play lead direction in our return of the card for the suit direction that we want. So if we play a low diamond, the 2, that would be saying we want a club back. Maybe we would have the king and the queen, and we want to come back in a club, hopefully getting in that suit. But we want to come back in a spade if partner can rough. So we want to play a very high diamond to say, if you can rough it right away, come back in a high suit. This is what we call suit preference leads. High-ranking card, we want high-ranking suit. Low card, we want low-ranking suit. We want a high, so we're going to come back with a big queen. Sure, go ahead and let South take it with the king. And our partner, good. They didn't have a doubleton. They roughed right away. So the suit was a 6-3-3-1. Okay, at this point in time, our partner hopefully has seen that we put a queen of diamonds. You shouldn't think that it's a doubleton since they only had 1 with all the hearts that was bid between north and south. Okay, so over to West. It's back to you. What are you going to come back in? So West, you're going to come back with a spade, a lower spade, not necessarily the lowest, and your partner wins it with the ace. Great. Okay, like they say in shampoo, rinse, wash, and repeat. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and play another diamond. We know it's a 6-3-3-1. We know that South still has another diamond. We'll play yet another diamond. Our partner roughs yet again. Oh, what great fun we're having here. So all of a sudden, North and South have 4 tricks. And West, very good. You got 2 tricks. Well, you certainly earned your keep, didn't you? With no high card points, just that 10 of spades, which wasn't going to do anything leading away from a 10 of spades, we were able to get a couple tricks. So in recap, the auction was fine. 1 heart by South, 3 hearts by North, very good. 4 hearts by South, wondering if they should bid even a little bit more. The lead was a 6 of diamonds, an active lead, an aggressive lead, because we know that we don't have points, our partner will have a lot of points, and we're just trying to hopefully hit them where they might have an ace. Now, if we had 12 points with a singleton, we wouldn't expect partner to be able to win an ace if they didn't have that many points. But in this case, because we have so few, we have many more chances we can get to an ace by partner. We led the 6 of diamonds, they went up with the ace, and here was a critical play. Rather than just playing a diamond, a low diamond, they had a suit direction. Now, if it would have been a low diamond, if you don't know suit preference leads, and you play a 2, then on the lead of the 2, your partner roughs it, and they're left wondering what to come back in. Should they hope that you have the king of clubs? Well, in this situation, by looking at the dummy, they're probably going to come back in a spade anyway, aren't they? But it would be much better to make a clear signal to communicate with partner that queen of diamonds isn't going to be of much help. So play the queen, let them cover with the king, you rough it, and come back with a spade. You play a small spade, and they go up with the ace, and they give you yet another rough in the diamond suit, setting them by 1 trick. So, West, very nice job. You got 2 tricks with these 2 hearts. Well done. On hand number 5, West is the dealer and has a 5-4-3-1 shape. In spades, a singleton 9. In hearts, ace, queen, 10 3 times. There's 6. In clubs, king, jack, 10 5 times. There's another 4 high and certainly one distribution for the 5th club, as well as 3 honors in the suit, all working very nicely. 6 and 5 is 11. And in diamonds, King Jack 9 4 times. Working honors, a little bit moth-eaten, but not bad. We've got a lot of honors in this hand. Another 4 will give us 15. We'll open 1 club. To North. North has a 6-3-3-1 shape. In spades, nice honors here. King Jack 10 6 times. 4 high. Looks like another 2 distribution points. We always love to have the master suit, don't we? In hearts, 3 small. Clubs, 3 small. And a small diamond. Do you want to make an overcall? Well, this North reluctantly passes. Some might want to bid 1 spade. Probably if you're going to make an interference bid, you'd want to bid 2 spades, wouldn't you? You'd want to make preemptive because you don't have 8 points or more. But this North decides to pass. Over to East. East has a 5-4-3-1 hand. In spades, Queen 3 times. Hearts, 9-8-7-6. In clubs, Singleton 8 spot, and in diamonds, 8-7 5 times. A pass. To South, 2 passes to you. What are you going to do here? Well, you've got a 4-3-3 shape. A lot of honors, it looks like, doesn't it? In spades, Ace, 8 spot, 7, 4 points. In hearts, King Jack 3 times, another 4 makes 8. In clubs, Ace Queen 9 small, there's another 6, brings us up to 14. And in diamonds, Ace Queen 10, 3 more honors, all nicely working. That gets up to 20 points. What do we want to call here? We wouldn't want to bid 1 no trump. Remember, when we're in pass-out seat, we can borrow a king from our partner. So we wouldn't even want to double and bid a no trump. We're too strong for that. That would then show 15 to 17 since we'd be borrowing a king from our partner. So 2 no trump is the bid. This is not an unusual no trump in the 4th seat. This says, partner, I have the goods and I have interest in game. 2 no trump it is because we have stoppers in the club suit, don't we? Back to West. West passes. To North, well, now we're testing partnership agreements, aren't we? North should bid 3 hearts, which is a transfer to spades. If you don't have specific partnership agreements, and you probably haven't with a lot of your partners to talk about this one, you should have a general agreement where you say, partner, whenever it's unspecified and there's a no trump bid, we're going to play that for transfers on. So this would be a Jacoby type transfer where we bid 3 hearts, saying, partner, transfer to spades. So we'll bid 3 hearts here. Our partner should alert this as artificial bid. It's not natural. When it comes back around to the south hand, they will indeed bid 3 spades. Back to North. Well, you have 3 honors in the suit, and it looks like it's going to take 4 tricks. So if your partner has a 2 no trump opener with 20 points, we have enough to propel the game, right? We have 4 points and a couple distribution. There's plenty enough points for game. So we'll bid 4 spades in the North, and the auction passes out. Now it's back over to the West hand. West, what do you want to lead with this holding? Wow, this is a tough lead, isn't it? You don't want to lead away from a singleton trump. Your partner might have Queen 3rd or Jack 4th. That's not a good lead. You don't like to lead away from the heart suit. Diamond suit doesn't look good. Well, at least you have some type of a connected sequence here in clubs. You want to make a passive lead. You want to leave that Jack of clubs the top of an interior sequence. So on the lead of the Jack, low from the dummy, our partner plays a 8. Turns out it's a singleton. And South wins it with a queen. Okay, Declare, what's your line of play here? Well, thinking about it, we know that there's an opener to our left. We have 20 points. There's 4 in the North. That's 24. That leaves 16 high card points left. At least a 12-pointer. We're figuring over here for the West, so it's somewhere between 0 and a handful of points over by the East hand. And we're going to go ahead and start off by getting the trump out. We have a 6-3 is 9. Normally when we have the ace-king with 6-3, we go ahead and play the ace and the king, unless we have some better reason based upon the bidding. We'll play a second spade, and West shows out, discarding a 7 of clubs. Well, that wasn't exactly what we were hoping for. We'll go ahead and go up with a king of spades, so it was a 3-1 split on the spade suit. Well, it turns out the odds are about the same as going for a 2-2 split as a 3-1 in this situation when you have a 9-card suit. So, oh well, these things do happen. So we're going to go to plan B. We're going to go for some finesses. That's our next best option, and we can see that we want to finesse in the diamond suit. At least we're happy. We have a lot of entries to the north hand to do repeated finesses. Okay, so we're hoping for maybe about 3-4 points over here by the east hand. So we'll play a diamond up to our queen, and no, it loses to the king. Well, that was unfortunate, but it wasn't entirely unexpected since we know that West did open. So now, West, we have a little slugfest going on here. What are you going to come back in? Well, it feels right to come back in a club, doesn't it? They've covered one, and we still have the two adjacent, so we're going to go ahead and play a king of clubs out. Our partner pitches, doesn't need to rough it, of course, since the ace is going to come out now. And back to the declare, we can see that if we win the ace of diamonds at this point, we can now pitch the club, so we won't have any more club losers. So we'll go ahead and play the ace of diamonds, and we can go ahead and play a third diamond and rough it in the north hand. Now what? What do you want to do next, declare? Well, we're going to hope that there's a couple points. We said it could be up to a handful of points over here by the east hand, so why don't we try a heart finesse? We'll play a heart up to the jack. No. West had the queen also. They come back with the ace of hearts in the west hand, and they have three tricks, still having the outstanding queen of spades for the setting trick. So on a return of a heart, South wins it with the king, and you can see that the queen of spades is still outstanding by the east hand. Let's take a look at that again. Okay, so the bidding was one club, fine. Some people might want to overcall two spades. We understand. That would not be a bad bid. We'll take a look at that later. Our partner passes. South bids two no trump. This shows a full two no trump opener. Imagine that West didn't bid and the bidding started with the south hand. You'd open this two no trump any day of the week, correct? Nice 20 points, balanced hand. So similarly, when left-hand opponent opens in a suit, and we have stoppers in that suit, which we certainly do in the club suit, we're going to bid two no trump. After that, North is going to go ahead and do a transfer bid, and be sure to have partnership agreements on these transfers. You need to have these discussions, and if you don't, have a generalized one. Let's say that instead the opening was two clubs, then two diamonds, then three no trump. What would four hearts be? Well, probably should be a transfer there also, shouldn't it? So if you don't get a chance to talk about some of these odd auctions, just say, partner, when in doubt, when I bid no trump at some level, like this two no trump, or I rebid three no trump after a two club opener, then that means I still want you to play transfers. Mine is a strong hand. We want the leads to come to me. And that's really what we wanted, wasn't it? We wanted West to lead with the opening hand here. And West did. They led the jack, the top of an inner sequence. And we can see that all of these leads potentially will lose. But there has to be some guesswork here, doesn't it? It's not a slam dunk for the south hand unless they can see the hand's double dummy, as they are here. So they're going to normally play an ace of spades and a second spade, hoping for a 2-2 drop. And when they don't, well, the fate is kind of sealed then, isn't it? At this point in time, if there's careful play by the east-west players, then they're going to be able to set the contract. And as you recall, after winning the king of spades, they played a diamond finesse, which failed. They then came back in a king of clubs by the west hand, won by the ace. They now can go ahead and play the ace of diamonds and pitch that last club, making that club loser evaporate. So it's sort of a dummy reversal, isn't it? We're sort of counting the north hand as the hand and seeing how many tricks they can get. At this point in time, we play a diamond and rough it. We could go ahead and play that last trump, but there's not really a reason to. They call this the rule of one, so unless there's a reason to be able to get that last trump out, why give 2 for 1? Instead, let's go ahead and just let it sit there. They can get it when they want to. We don't have transportation issues here. So we play a heart finesse to the jack. We were hoping that there was a queen of hearts held over here by the east hand. East did not have it. They had only the queen of spades. So in this situation, they can then cash the ace of hearts by the west. Everybody follows. Yet another heart, won by the king in the south hand. And having 3 tricks in hand, there's still the queen of spades attributable to the east hand.